I stay humble spitting ravenous flames. You get big-headed on tracks that are average and lame. So even whack spastics can flame when you rap shite with a capsize that puts the Titanic to shame. And so get angry and flame. Bitch, it's honestly nothing. Cause if Weedy thinks he'll beat me, he's obviously bluffing. In fact, apologise right now to all the YouTube watchers that sulking for having bars so whack they'll have to disable the high quality button. And that's probably why many think I'll murk you. I mean, it's no wonder this is one-sided. You're the biggest semi in your circle. And you're terribly whack. Don't mean to go hard on this dyke. Just let you beat yourself and laugh at your retarded flawless shite. It's got me rolling that you thought your fucking bars were owed some hype when your tracks are so chavvy and messy that a label will never sign you. But Barcelona might. I got more bear raps. Someone tell this poor brer that Kruger wants his forehead back. And you've got no bear tracks, so I don't relate to this head. You lack original jokes, concepts, haymakers and fret. So don't blame this dame in distress for his bars being played to the death. I mean, it must be hard to think outside the box when it's the shape of your head. This battle's curtains for you, hater. You'd have a better chance flirting with the Lakers, playing skirmish with the Gators. And so 7 months ago, you dropped a YouTube diss to Murder Little Facer, and its views have been farther apart than conservative and Labour's. I mean, 300 views? That just confirms how you're getting them, mate. Turns out you do need the determination of Spartans to reach the end of the tape. And even half of them died pressing escape. Cause you spit crazy, Breeze. I mean, how you gonna slay me, D? You're just another whack abused kid we'll forget about. Like Baby P, spitting Joe Davies freeze. I could smoke buckets of weed. This faggot still wouldn't be a trouble for me. You could drop a couple of E's, you still wouldn't get the WD. Because it's...
Cut the shit! Cut the shit!
There would be a fine line between you and victory, if you could write one. Because his skill and his skull is like every other newish rapper. Fuck's sake, even your forehead jacked Chronicles swagger. But Chronicles Cockney, and rhyme and slang wouldn't work, because for this pikey dyke, dog and bone ain't a phone. It's a Friday night. Man, you are mighty shy. Plus your name does nothing but infer that even when you ain't spaced out, you're still nothing but a herb.
Crease up. Crease up. 10 seconds.
Fuck it. This bloke will get served. This bloke will get served. This bloke will get served. I'm just trying to get you used to having a broken record. Fuck it. Honestly, I ain't seen anyone as whack or ill as... there ain't anyone iller than me, Duke. And I'll leave butterflies in your stomach when I wind you with my caterpillar boots. Hey, your Wales is shit! I know, so cheap it's stressing me. On farms for weeks protesting like, what do we want? 3 vasectomies! It didn't work. Now he's looking sheepish next to me. Come on, man. It was gonna get in your genes eventually. So don't even step to me with those Frisian not spitting. I never seen this cock flip, so I believe it's not written. Plus you're really not winning. I'll beast on your flows, mate, and leave you a close shave that has Sweeney Todd wincing. See, I'm not slipping, but big up the Welsh language, it's had me honestly baffled. Since I seen a Welsh bloke on Countdown like, I love 9 consonants, Carol. and it's probably prattle, but it seems bait to name every town after the sound that your sheep makes. When it's been raped! The place that you live must get said very bizarre when he grew up thinking Bill and Ben was feeling them and Chewbacca was repping them hard. So we see that Ryan Lewis is rhyming basic and lame. You're rhyming shit. Your show's so bad, they make Ryan Giggs ashamed of his name. You must have AIDS of the brain, or you're suffering from that affliction in it, because he looks like Dane Bowers. Straight out addiction clinic! You're his spitting image, I don't know why you're rhyming, son, but you're so bad at spitting, I wish you were his silent one. And I checked your YouTube tracks, they're the pits of shitness, you don't spit though, brethren. I couldn't shake off what I seen on my screen with Windows 7. When he thinks his big flow's repping, no way those one-syllable multis might be sick. Someone tell Kieran Duffy's pikey twin what our rhyme scheme is. Or I'll make him really hate me, cause I won't squeeze the 80, but I'll leave his rap career how his mate Stephen Gately's been feeling lately. Jamie Gleese's pages for something funny but true, cause you know you're far from better. When Marks and Spencer have got better multis than you. So I added him on Facebook to try and get some steez set.
I denied him.
Guess what he said? Nah, I don't want the advantage going to you, lad. Well, with the photos that you had, it's a bit late for that chestnut peen head. Double eyebrow studs, chest puffed, and an effed up V-neck. And an effed up V-neck looks like a best of, meffed up, N-Dubs reject. I bet he gives men some mean sex. I thought this brer was messing me. Gets his bare necessities out of Claire's accessories. And those terror centipedes look like they're kissing your nose, sir. Him lyrically doper. Must be kidding me, joke. I ain't come down to lose to someone pushing 30, you know. I came to leave him buried under the hill that he's over. Yo, cause fuck it. You're from Wales, so everything that you say is shit. He thought Babe the Pig was a XXX rated flick. Check IMDb, seen it got rave reviews, but was rated U. So it seems bait that you still came to it. I'm gonna go Hannibal Lecter on her as baggage protector. Start boxing, dude. At bedtime, your mum still reads Cat in the Hat and Fox and Socks to you. Got me feeling like the Grinch who stole Christmas, battling the smallest who, which is ironic, because when I'm finished, you'll need a Dr. Seuss. But name flips are awful true, so I'ma catch a body, cause this sloppy cunt lacks ammo, you slack fam, what is all he does. More than sucks. Your lack of imagination is straight bordering whackness. That shit could lead Dr. Parnassus' thoughts into blankness. And I ain't saying you lost to that mank prick, cause he was beating Dude Gnarly, a gun-toting choker versus conceited New Carney. But you're so young, I get hyped over the prospect of weed and good parties, and he gets hyped after eating blue Smarties. Man, I'm leaving you mad, freak. I know this stuff must fuck with Seuss. These comparisons are damaging, there's loads of stuff to punish you. Example, I hang with skets that get drunk lots, end up throwing up in their mother's room. He hangs with Death and watches Jump Off, while throwing up his W's. Yo, your album is fucking bait. Man, you know that you're whack when you choke on a track. Either that or you ain't got much to say. Cause he's like, let's start off, then he lets the beat ride. This scene's about as healthy as. Then he lets the beat ride. So I'm like, thank fuck it was promoted well, but by the way, bringing your album into show and tell, total fail. Compared to you, I'm wading through a sea of what I've already read, like I cast Moses' spell, so fuck this stupid scared student brer, go and do your hair with loads of gel. And I ain't saying that I'm old as hell, cause I got ID'd by the liquor server, mate, but he got ID'd by in the Prince of Persia game. Then got friggin' turned away, cause the kid is underage, so when Lego said you're a problem, he ain't mean you were flowing the best, he just meant it's gonna be a problem hosting events close to a creche. Your style is totally stretched, so stop talking about the kids that rated you, you still watch films that's rated you, and to top it all off, fucking Blizzard rated you, man. If Blizzard's a kid that you get assimilated to, I'd have stopped rhyming, friend. My style's hardly simple, and yours is the Atari symbol, cause 2 out of every 3 lines are bent.
Let's go.
You're young, so an NWA fan isn't something he'd be. I'd say more like Wiggers with emotions, but you're gayer than WWE. And you wank over it while you're munching your teeth, so you know it ain't vagina eat pelt. Shit, you pining for death reminds me of Mace Windu fighting himself. Crossing purple swords, I'm certain you're the faggot type. I've seen the lad online, getting bullied by death and coming crawling back like a battered wife. Your tracks are like long pauses, are you frightened fam? It's diadam. Must be hard to rap with I Am Sam's diaphragm. But on his tracks the kid acts like he's type gritty, and the T-side's a street side city. Bitch, it's the least grime, cheap wine at tea time city and you're knee high, so please try and be like busy. In his school though, believe guys grizzy like, our whole top tier's locked up. in detention till at least 9:50. And I ain't saying I got keys 9s, a G riding cheese like Diddy, but I play my role. The geek type who could speak quite witty, and so should you little feline sissy. Funny, one potent bar to Joker star, now everyone wants to be like Nishi. Yo. Now I may be the stereotypical Xbox nerd, but your rap's the shittiest, student. If I'm an Xbox nerd, I should charge you a fee for listening to it. And he ain't rap hateful, nah, I ain't down for that fable. Forza win, I'll drive you mad in 10 seconds and you can catch halos. And for answering this Call of Duty, I'll etch-a-sketch you. Put you in an orange box and your team's fortress can get left for dead too. Yo, I'll play them at fighting games because your flow is shit, you're Gandhi to me. Hopeless fickle candy newbie Yoshimitsu Hagakuris. Yoshimitsu Hagakuris. Sent me this guy dead or alive like Hitori Ginfu and Kasumi, so I'll put his bars in a cemetery or in a ward for infinity, cause this Holman missile's landing truly. And what you acting GTA for? You think that he stressed me? You triangles, I'll X every square in your circle, like a PS3. And you may think me rapping about guns is terrible and embarrassing, but next to his record label icon being a gun, I'll bet you it seems credible by comparison. Hey, yo, I got a couple of A's cause untouchable grades I ain't had trouble achieving. And he's got a couple of A's cause he's stuck in his ways at his Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Man, I should tell him he's always holding the pint. These clowns are abhorrent. Stole O'Shea's lifestyle, his writing style, and now his performance. So I won't tax the scheme, but you jacked his steez and now it's just boring. So I'm holding the pint. Size fat cunt accountable for it. I mean, get off his dick. You claim you're the best rapper in your zone. You ain't the best rapper in your home. And you live alone. So I want to get rid of O'Shea's replica. This Mrs. Cloning quick, but your chick fucked off to Spain. So there ain't a Mrs. Clone to this. Man, you shouldn't put that shit on your bio if we ain't gonna laugh and poke fun at it. Too fat to get over it, so we had to go under it. But how massive his stomach is, this faggot got stuck at Twix, the land where his love was ditched, and the Spaniard she's fucking with. I mean, you're damaging brummy shit with those bars you call fine. Now the only brum I like is a car that solves crimes. And I could... and those emo bands you got into, I could reference and beat them. Drop some 30 seconds to Mars bars. But you're more like 30 seconds between them. So, this fucking disgrace just stuffing his face for replenishment, seeing as depression has eaten away the rest of his being. But enough of this. Why am I battling pawns? This ain't chess today, so I'm not calling you a pawn because your past is checkered, mate. See, one of your first battles was O'Shea, a heavyweight. The rest, second rate. So I call you a pawn because your first move's the biggest one you'll ever make. Time. Yo, I'm telling jokes this round, so it ain't a thing to clown on this thing. But no matter how well-rounded I prove, I'll never be as well-rounded as you. Come on, fam, you ride Scout's dick like you don't have a spine. But typical Scousers want to get plastered, but won't have any bar in mind. And the personals is something we'll see this faggot try, but there's a difference between amazing personals and just making shit that happened rhyme. You look like you could play buttons in a pantomime. But the problem's his weight, because it's got to the stage that he cries throwing chocolate away. Honestly, mate, you're getting embarrassed like I'll clown this queer. When the guy gets killed, it's like the film, a Red Baron flying out of here. But more like Waddle, since you're very chubby, so don't attempt to punch me. Or we'll see the slow striker get run out of Manchester. Mario Balotelli tubby. Man, I compared you accidentally, buddy. It would be dumb if I meant to. Forget Mancini, the strongest man in the world would struggle to bench you. But you're from Wolves, so we know what team is really sticking. But B's decision to follow the herd will lead into a weak division. You might as well embrace Liverpool fully. You've already Jack Stevens spitting, and I doubt the Wolves appreciate you since you're just a sheep amidst them. Yo, and you're right. Yeah, my rise did get stalled by Seuss. But that just brings me closer to home since you think football's the truth. See, I'm like your favourite stadium. Think, I got flawless proof because I couldn't reach max capacity, but I'm mauling you. Woo! You want to do schemes, right? Well, this is the rap round. Smackdown. You're in rock bottom, bitch. For barely handling jaws, I'm a mandible claw that'll make you put a sock in it. More like a sick boxer how these punches dent you, and since your style's ropey things, I should never be up against you. But shit, that's cause I'm disturbed and rabid, perpetrate your murdered stasis, terminated, urchin curb your vermin-laden serpents waste the furthest satans. Cursed and craven, first preparing furnaces to burn your frame and leave your organs in a neat pile, like a church's basement. Till this person's shapeless. If this joke and they display this wordsmith's greatness and its curtains face it. Perfect cadence, words are tasteless. Verses wasteless, what bandwagon jumpers should be turned away with. Like it took us 3 years to get to this. Now fuck off and learn the basics. And the B team, yeah, I swore that I would mortify their horrid rhymes. Get the bees, all combined, swarming like an orchard in its autumn time. But the name fits, since you're all sworn to die for the hive, subtracting the E, cause that's a disease that all you guys have got inside. But where's your buzz? Or your stripes? Fuck, have you been talking lies I'd make him eat his words? But they're already porcupines! Why ask for this? Your new name's Baronsons. You have clearly lost your mind! Yo, in this battle for barons like Benjamin Button seems and it's simple. I'm on the ascendancy. I strengthen while you weaken and fickle. You went from O'Shea to Joker Star to me. It's official. I'm on the way up. You're on the way down. So this is the only time we meet in the middle. Now we both lost twice up here, but I remained a little grounded. Didn't go on Facebook, whining like a little fucking bitch about it. That's why I'm bored to death with all your men's assurances that you're the best. Especially when you lose and act like a whore, except I'ma kill you quickly. Before you get the chance to cry, you're sort of dead. Well, what did you all expect? Profanity should always get taken out before the water's shed. That's slaughterheads. You whine about the outcome of your matches lately. Stand and praise me to my face, but on the net like judges whack and shady, chatting bravely. But it's time to scrappy shaky like land in Haiti. I'll have to drag this massive baby out his corner like I'm Patrick Swayze. This rapper's 80. Not the actual 80s have a chance to fade me. Or you're on the phone to Lego like I have no cash to pay for tracks you made me. Keep throwing massive tantrums like that's it, pay me or I'm smashing daily. So I guess feelings ain't the only thing this faggot has been catching lately. But hey, how bad can AIDS be? Oh wait, yeah. Oh wait, yeah, really bad. And if I think that I'ma beat you today, I must be dreaming, lad. That's only cause you're really fucking boring and I need a nap. So I'm conceding that he zipped me up in 3. Sleeping bag. Yo, someone told me guerrilla tactics is so last year. I said that bar's wrong. Guerrilla tactics is so last night. Cause the stars shone. Man, you think you roll through the hood in a car at ease, palming keys? Farmer, please! You put him next to a black guy and his hate will appear, but he'll only hint at it, because he's scared and he's queer. Walk into a room full, he'll be like, woo! This heat's fairly severe. I'm like, you warm? He's like, just saying. Could do with being a bit more airy in here. Now, but growing up, he got the baddest lessons. Was a troubled adolescent. At Christmas time when we were glad infested, had Skeletrix, man just spent it wrapping weapons. Gas electrics, dad pretended that his presence. Dispatched and sent, attached the message, delivered to the nearest rap event with black attendance. So battling, you must have a death wish. Shit, you must half expect it. Shit's like Brad Johnson slapboxing an anorexic. I'm the Phantom Menace, last descendant manifested. Doubt these man's accepted since I'm used to seeing faces black with red bits. When his Nazi friends are bashing heads in. So far, maybe I've been reticent, but say the guy is eloquent. The fat guerrilla tactics was a gravy ride still evident. It made the fine patheticness you plagiarized his penmanship and stayed behind the brother who wrote 85% of it. See, I'm exhuming flames. Cruising through useless cruise and ruin fame. Choose a vein, prick, I'm oozing doom and pain. Fluent ruination, putting you to shame. Guerrilla tactics, token stupid ape for crew and fame. In a zoo in chains, confused your crew abstains from shooting as I loot your grave. Shook afraid, your closest dudes will claim they never knew your name. I do not think this lion's raw. Better shoot and lose the main or introduce your brain to the who's who of my human Newton Crane. Yeah! Come on, monkey man. You don't want this beating. I'll have this novice seeing lots of me groggy, having some problems breathing. Give him appalling treatment. Smash a Molotov bottle off at this heathen screaming Mazel Tov, then stomp his teeth in. See you swallow semen for a shot to be Sean lost his legion, dropped into his knees. This knob is pleading like I'll stop just freeing. But he dropped this weekend Dross MC, and what did he go on to be, kid? When you were an honest team, he topped the league and got achievements, so it doesn't take a colossal genius to spot the weakness. Yo, what's up, Manchester? I'm feeling fine. About to keep it on the reel like a fishing line. See, stowaway style is kinda weird. Wonder if like his abstract styling's here. Like his tendency to carry on short schemes. 4 weeks. Poorly. Bored, wee, snore, sleep, yawn, reach. Congrats, mate. Your niche. Then just randomly break it off. Go into some new scheme in the middle of the third line that doesn't rhyme with anything for ages till we forgot what was supposed to rhyme with in the first place. It's soft. See, he is from Cardiff, where he is the hardest, where people store wheat in their larders and sheep are their partners. So my task, force him out this league. Just for starters, you're not Farmer G. Just cause you're pretty G for a farmer. Plus he's taking more drugs than Charlie Sheen. Starts with speed, the largest E's, hardest weed. I guess it's more like Farmer C. His speed dial features 5 dealers. Guy even knows one on the corner with the bomb like Minesweeper. Got his first international match and didn't try either. Now he's sending flowers to Henry Bowers for finally letting him try ether. But before he got absolutely pissed on by dreads, he proved he was shit off the head at the Nas Festival. Made me think hip-hop is dead. Cause Rowan Faith owned him straight, exposed your mediocre, mate. I guess it all refers right back to the scrotum's name. See, stowaways stow away in open crates of coal and freight on local trains. They're homeless waste, and this one needs to know his place. I'd hope this fake would go with grace, but if I have to, I will throw grenades to put him in a box. Because that's where stowaways are supposed to stay. See, that's a bunch of shit that rhymes with stowaway. All of it good. So when people only rhyme it with go away, then you probably should! You're a bigger hippie than Pendragon. Why lie at see-through? Probably high-five your Beatles poster and tie-dye your needles. See, he teamed up with Pamphlet, and I quite like the team too. A mixture of genius and insanity. So how come there wasn't one fine line between you? And that Wiccan tat on your elbow has shown us your kind of views. Climbing through Brighton Zoo with his wife and a wolf hide for 2. Wiccan joke, surprised that you I'd write a few, but just because you wear wolves don't mean that I'm liking you. Wow! Yeah! Let's go! See, Stowaway's Facebook read, government involved in mass animal deaths. Why has no one in the battle scene backhanded him yet? See, he's got that conspiracy theorist swag, thinks they're watching us clearly, lives in a loft, scrawls all his theories on the walls in his feces, egg carton wallpaper, involvement in Greenpeace. I ain't seen that many Ouija boards since before the Goebbels had TV. And you'll be that same conspiracist hippie till he's 60 and past it, delving into some transcripts like admit that you planned it. CIA get pissed at the shit that he's catching, put katanas in his jaws, just a martyr to the cause, put him into the casket. That's the way he'll pass away. He's meticulously planned it. Delusions of grandeur caused by those prescriptions he's grabbing. So God didn't speak to you, but your diary is a bit like the Christian commandments, because it was written on tablets. Yo. And that's just a way to pass the time for these big spoiled brats. So they sit in their room, theorizing disloyal acts. So for every theory you had that you scrimped on facts, I came to engulf you in flames till your skin boils black. Then I'll rush him on his farm with a slick oil bat, wrap that metal round his head like his tinfoil hat. Yo, fucking poets! Pretentious little pubes. They overanalyze their stanzas like they mean everything they do. It's a massive lie. Faggot, why respect you is the truth when your success relies on getting twice the credit that it's due. Fuck your arrogance, amateur. You think that will enamor you? Fuck your assonance, your narrative, iambic pentameter. I will kill this geek in his street of twigs and leaves. Nobody can help you, can hear you, that's a soliloquy. He's on his soapbox, ready to unveil new sonnets, and I set the battle standard to impale you on it. Because your poetry shit against Henry, that was hardly the best. Bunch of pretentious metaphor that didn't start to make sense. I'll turn those diamond bones in the bars that you said to shards in your flesh for ducking our big event because you couldn't part with the pence. Those must be some shit diamonds that you're harboring, Greg, when everything still costs you an arm and a leg. So for you prudence, it's over-expensive using your dough for events. I'll look at these spoken attempts like who's this supposed to impress? So I'll bury him in the long grass, since you exposed as a sket. I call him a diamond in the rough. but he's cubic zirconia at best. Probably showing up to Earth's place to crash in London. Asked to stay, his dad is grumbling, can we trust him? He gets the vouch, preps the couch, but the family busts him, stealing Indian bread. The whole pad erupting. Rowan's going to get more than angry bumpkin. Team of 5 to put hands on him. Stanley Cup win. Razor blades scrape his face as Stanley cut him. Get vicious and slit this bitch's throat for all the Nancy sponging. Yo, and Mackenzie made me vow L's is what I gave this week gimmick. So I guess I owe you A&E visits. Because before Edgar Allan Stowaway was rapping for fun, he thought Tinchy Strider was Aragorn's son. Thought he could refine the art, forgot about the violent part, but watch Christopher Lee start spitting his teeth if he doesn't open up his eyes in guard. Yo, I brought my wallet to this battle. Now I feel iffy. Because after I ziplock this pickpocket quick fingers, think he'll miss me? You know these scousers, they'll steal mincemeat, veal, chips, beans. We only lured them to this event by hosting it in Steel City. Well, I'll get a team quickly, put him in Claremont with stented veins, till his neck heals, extended stay, next meal, eggy paste, chest peeled, head entwined, throw him in from left field, fetch the blades, he'll still be in Sheffield Wednesday. Get it, mate? Fetch the blades. Well, anyway, you'll never forget that day, like the first time you see your dad lose. Yeah, O'Shea. Now, usually I think bars are whack if they have to get explained, but after the scheme, watch him stagger and weep, then collapse at my feet, because it reminds him of when Pesci came. Yo, and if this prick prevails, don't think he nailed his substance. It's because this rounded mammoth ain't a counterbalance and it tipped the scales of justice. So after he forgets his bars, he'll sweat and fart, resent his lad. Well, I'll prick up more props after the battle's over than NSR. Yo, he called me a vampire that sleeps in a coffin, and my face might say it's true, but this is times change, and not even daylight saving you.
Alright.
Yo, and in the north, I'm about to be taking Oliver chips, like I've got Bill Sykes issues. Torture rack takes long so that it kills time with you. Stretch till you've got skin-tight sinews, it'll leave this fruit drawn, but you're lucky if there's still life in you. And that's why I give a fuck if he's a veteran in the scene. I've mastered both ends of the spectrum and everything in between. But you were making people laugh in the same faggoty way that Standard and played. I'm standing ashamed. Acting such a jokey bitch, I thought this man was a dame. So I'll show you how to kill a mockingbird. Call me Atticus. Strange. Usually I think people living in the past is just lame, but doing it in this event you've asked to get slain. Before you enter, did you ask for the name? This is times actually change, not stay exactly the same. Yo, I don't know why you huge is this. You're always sliding through that bricks in the custom built car you got designed so you could fit, looking for white that you can sniff till eyes are wider than your fists. My advice is you should quit. Coke and rap when you snort better lines than you can spit. So him checking into rehab is damn overdue. He can't remember the last thing that he sat sober through. It makes him laugh, joke and spew, but I'm not finished. What Rob's drinking's like Todd Phillips. Stops being funny because it's making the hangover too. And if you keep tipping booze down you dude, it's ironic. You move to Liverpool and soon you'll need your liver pulled out of you. So don't ever question Rob's levels, y'all. They'll never fall. Forever tall whenever cholesterol gets involved. They'll inspect his autopsy, but that cadaver is hefty. They'll never fit him in a drawer unless the fat from his belly gets hacked with machetes. Dismantle his chest piece, his liver and his veins looking like mouldy raspberry jelly and strands of spaghetti. They got me thinking this is 7, like maybe they bring Spacey in. You're like the heinous waste who ate his weight to pay for sins. Lazy bones? Nah, he got lazy blood. Amazed it is maintaining him. Heart status, 808, it breaks within. Yo, for day-to-day the straining pacemakers what they gave to him, elevators take him from the chambers to the atrium. Not even sure it's safe to say he's sapient. In case he is an alien, my blades are an obtainium. Ain't made no pastry cakes for him. If that donut in his mouth, a handbrake turned that porcelain saber on his cranium. Now I just spent a whole round dissing his health. Seem whack as shit? Well, seem whack or shit, at least let me finish it well. See, this battle and your lifestyle are similar, hell. They'll put him into the grave, because it's just another decision you've made that's killing yourself. Yo, the pen game is manhunt! Both of you are half my worth. Most clever and don't flop, but feeling like the smartest man on earth. So I guess it's only right I kill this comedian, since you like to watch men and this comic strip with a seedy grin. So when I catch this dyke out at night with his tone-deaf floozy, will slash his tights, snap his heels, question this bloke's dress beauty, but he won't step to me, just stares. His eyes both get dewy, mascara running down his cheeks. Now he looking more like Rorschach to me. Yo. So I will stab this bitch, assassin quick, shank your ribs, weasel. Now he walking around angels like the Bally Kiss people. Yo, I don't shoot. Tell Wizard not to hand me his eagle. I peel his wig off. It's because I think it's wrong to tranny trick people. Yo, so Pamela got arrested for dogging with guys, dude. Tranny tricked them. Didn't know there's a cock in his tights too. And the guards and the inmates both wanted to ride you. So in more ways than one, he's a charity case. Because you ended up with only coppers inside you. Yo. So I ain't gonna make jokes about the dick that he's eating, because I will not be a hypocrite sheep sitting and bleating. My second against Gister, this is shit I was meaning. Dudes that aim for cheap laughs from those so pissed that they're heaving. And it wasn't with the win I was leaving, but I held my head high and say that battle's my biggest achievement. So I won it, example, you Pamela, give me a reason. Funny faggots get slumped on their buckled wagon, injured and bleeding. I could be 0-6 in this league, give a shit if I'm beaten, cause my mission's to leave it when the thinker's competing. Delivering heat to what sticks to this league as a withered adhesive, and replace the dumb quotes and mum jokes with the wit of a genius. It's like that shit's on repeat, and that's why kids have been sleeping. But as a British MC, this shit's a privilege to be in. So this is the season, you all don't finish your teething, I'm gonna drag you up to my level kicking and screaming. Yo, he was like, fuck don't flop, I'll beat everyone in it. Go world domination or even further. Then got beat by Token. And I've never seen a cleaner murder, so now we need to serve you. Tell this diva earn your stripes and take my hand off his face like he was Tina Turner. But your pen game's weak as they come, diva-ish bum. Grab your faction hatchets, hack 'em if you beef with me, son. Then Tina he can become. Cause when Solar's got the swisher, you go from rolling on a river to sleeping in one. And you've got stupid hair. Sorry, Stowaway, you're so bland, I just realized that you were there. But in our battle, that IRA piss take sickened me. Tried to get the crowd on your side because you can display history. Well, lucky for you, the IRA bombed this great city, see? So watch him concoct about how he took 6 strays instantly. Like I got shrapnel in my ankle. It to this day cripples me. Elicit disdain, sympathy like I'm in pain physically. If your limp's fake ninja speed, sever this clown terrorist down. That's what happens if you Sinn Fein injury. Yo, your music is incredible. Track's been sick all year, son. Some people say you have potential to be top tier, but we've listened to every one of your tracks and do not hear none. So it's weird how we always watch Dave, but never seen him show Top Gear once. But maybe this time he thought, I'll ditch the jokes and come tight with bars. Preps his writing desk, gets on his writer's head, lifts his writing arm, then pens even my sniper got up. Something that a sniper, like a, writing's hard. And that's why I wanted to battle Silvertongue, because he's top 3 and shows no fear. You must have sucked a couple of dicks to get this promo here. I guess the battle scene is like shampoo if you're oh so queer, because if you know how to give Johnson's head, then there's no more tears. And if you think Case of Beast are coach animals, the next Master Splinter, his metagame locked sounds like Respect has this hipster. Though I couldn't find out when this next rapper bit you, but you covered your tracks worse than an X Factor winner. And it ain't even a secret how you're mad Jack and Respect shit, but how you can bite BA and still be that whack is depressing. It's like you watched URL's trailer for their fantastic event, bitch, till they said you can't copy Respect. Damn, challenge accepted. Stand down, just accept it. Don't bang hands till you're breathless. I'm crash landing, my head kicks. Your man's Anthony Pettis, the Van Damme of this pen shit. This little bitch gonna be at last granted his death wish like Pan's Labyrinth ended. You're like that cartoon character, the one from The Simpsons. Hold that thought. I need to get on my torture shit with this bird, man. That fucking bitch can squirm. Lit matches under her nails, looking like her fingers turned into worms. Then send her home as a warning, like this battle ain't some shit you've earned. Hoped he'd get the message. He ignored her, seemed disconcerted. So next time I'm gonna send her home in an urn, so there's no way you can claim that you Mr. Burns. Yes, Mr. Burns! Now I know there's There's laughter amidst you, but that comparison's shitter, because Nitty Grit's letting you simply spit his charity, hipster. But he's your boss, so you do what he wants you to at the snap of his fingers. So why does Mr. Burns carry out the actions of Smithers? So now it's down to the wire. I'm Omar when his vest not ripped, screaming you come at the king, then you best not miss. If only you'd watched that show, it's a lesson I learned. This is exactly what happens, you try and get revenge for a bird. Now there's like why so getting at that mess for. I'm telling you, if you need to be generic, then just get more clever with your references. I'm better while this head's more Bodie and Wallace. He's playing checkers on a chessboard. It's a metaphor, because on a 4D platform, on 2D forms is wasted. There's endless angles possible. You'd think these hoes would take it, but it's dumb quotes, mum jokes, hee-haw, it's bait shit. You'd think someone denying the evolution would be more creative. This is just a battle, David, so say what you are going to. But keep it briefcase, because all it takes is 2 combinations to open you. And if he fucking ducks, uppercut, blast his face, mangled face, can't aggregate his landing date by activating NASA grade tracking rays. Ask your mates to grab you, they couldn't catch a case handing a magistrate a hand grenade. You've had it, Dave, just pass away, because if you land, impact creates shattered frame, fractured sprains, damaged brain, one faggot slain, but all that lasting pain, that is not to the slaughter I'll bring, because my flow's water but stings. You're barely spitting, I'm acid rain. And it sounds like you're barely writing, because your bars are just weak. Mine's are on some 4 horsemen, fucking harbinger steez. Got me feeling like William, the bard, beside these retarded MCs. So I'll give you bars about the bard till you get barred from the league. We seen them all screaming, I am not Jewish. All hurt and offended. So try boxing him, Shylock, if he's cursing Semitics. I'll lend him money, wait till I'm certain he spent it, then claim a pound of flesh for every pound of debt, like the merchant of Venice. And you thought I was the plain sailing? Nah, I'm the tempest that smashed it. I'm the second of anguish in Juliet's chest before she stabbed it. So if the king leers, I'll behead him like Macbeth with a hatchet and finish my performance to his fucking skull like the ending of Hamlet.
No, we're gonna. Oh, still going, still going. That's a good line.
Hold it down! How many minutes?
Yo, so you think I would get medieval and Shakespeare's to end up dead in him, since every verse he drops shakes peers of their respect for him?
Yes, whatever, man, whatever.
Yo, I was bad in the 2-on-2. So you're in checkmate. Lesson 1, don't battle people with points to prove. This is a chess game. Set it up. So you're gonna need pen game, Chekhov's gun, a 12 gauge, extra slugs, me to be in a depressed state, forget my stuff, we turn up, find out that MA is every judge. Yo, but with that monotone delivery, it still may not be enough. Getting stopped mid-set like, they're all sleeping, bruv. His face all pleased and chuffed, he ain't thought deep enough. Thought he surfed the beat, cause they had to wakeboard people up. So it's no wonder Anna gets bored, always sucks when a man leaves. Wants to be a gangster bitch, but she's coming from damn Leeds. She does it all hands free, they bust on her fat cheeks. Thinks it means she's in the ghetto, cause she's covered by bad seeds. Yo, this isn't dope for business though. Usually tag anyone that kids will know who spit a flow. This time will be different though. My mission's cold, kill this bloke, literal, 6 below. You'll get 1 tag for this battle, hell, I'll even let him pick the toe. So now he's praying I'll lose steam as we go down the stretch. If that's what you're hoping for then, don't be holding your breath. Just stand stare at the flag bearer, the home that I rep. So if you want to see Soul Tire, that's as close as you get. Yeah. So people think because we use wordplay we represent the same side. But it's a spectrum, mate. This is heavyweight versus featherweight lines. I only do this to prove that your levels ain't mine. So if you're matter, I'm antimatter. Because you can't see me, but your existence necessitates mine. Stop. Yo, when I cut my teeth, people said that I was a punch bag. When you cut your teeth, people said, why have you done that? I mean, not good. And you've got the mouth of an ant farm all cracked, sharp and then split, but to Luna, it's just a place man's harbouring dick, so it must be a weird shape or not that large if it fits. Stories walking around Bradford with scratch marks on his dick. Yo, it's like this dude ain't mesh for a... it's like this dude ate mesh for a 2-day stretch. You take meth. It's responsible for a crewmate's death and your roommate's next. So now he talks about it up when they do great sets. You're a goof mate. Check that's what your roommate meant when he said use H less. Yo, so I don't watch you. So I don't watch you speak on YouTube. I watch your teeth on YouTube. Every singular crack drew so much attention in the 2-on-2. I couldn't listen to that. But yo, fuck. They drew so much attention in the 2-on-2. I couldn't listen to that. Yo, this artist Grill killed his potential. He's Sylvia Plath. No, you're more like Pink Floyd, average with a greyish bland texture. Now they're like, how can he be run of the mill and like the greatest band ever? But you hold Luna back. I bet he's fucking sick of it all, because the dark side of the moon's just another brick in the wall. Yo, so I get compared to Pesci because I'm known first as a genius, but it goes urban, your own surgeon and both nurses defeatist. You'll need revived more than Lazarus when soul working with Cleaver, so when I go in Depeche mode, you'll need your own personal Jesus. Yo, so I would say Anna is a Butter's disgrace, but she's an 8. So you have to ask yourself, why is she with you? Because you're funny, a great listener, like a brother or mate. Come on, Mark. As soon as you're fucking away, she's fucking away. Letting people bust on her face just for the taste. A rubber's a waste. She wants cum in her waist till the stomach inflates. So when you feel the brunt of the AIDS, like in WA, we'll see an anaconda mark. Well, that's what you get for fucking with snakes. Yo, and that's the real reason her stuff's at your place. He knows that. But that denial is much more comfortable, eh? I guess it hurts when you check your statement every month when you're paid and know the chances she's in love with you, mate, get worse with every bit of money she takes. So if there's a line to cross, I'm right across. Trying off the meanest. I beat Case, who looks like Mr. Burns. Why have they brought in Cletus? I mean, and she's kinda hot. Your life's a horrid lie. You've got to see this, because she's the wife you want to be with, and you're her means to an end. Your life is an alliance of convenience. So you say you hate sluts. It's a great love. You date, fuck, anything. Guess that's why you're called Matter, because you make up everything. So that's why I hate to see you with her, because that shit is just a waste. Not for her, but for you, because there's a million frickin' dames who are withering away with no kids to give a name, who'd give a tit for a dick to lick to keep spinstership away. Whoa. But you'll give your frickin' name to one who's splitting with your change, grow a flippin' dick and ditch that little bitch you're with today. Take the shit you live and change it to Spirited Away and start looking for one of the Butter's pigs that you can save. You're a simian, an ape. You disprove evolution, stick within your range. So after finishing this way, there's no way he grabbed Darwin, because now he's fucking spinning in his grave. Yo, I brought bars, London! This one should get called off, because this is Inca ridiculous statement versus Inca civilizations. I make jaws drop, because I show passion fruit in your town, stamping through the buildings, they all rock. So I'll clear out this match. You peach you, I'm smallpox. Versus a small cough that's spiraling through the tears descending. This is the nail in his coffin. After death he tries seek redemption, reach the best in peaching legends. After the priest has blessed him, he'll feel sadder than Clapton when I tell him there's no tears in heaven. But even if I stop short, you'll be paralyzed when I body you in 3, bitch. Fucking more plates in his back than when Stegosauruses were breathing. So when I say I'll bring that hawk into his region, I mean he's talking like he's Stephen, supported from his neck downs like the prostitutes he frequents. But even if he's bound in a wheelchair he controls with his face, it ain't too awkward. Thanks to all the guys that left you slaughtered, because it ain't the first time he's had to keep his chin up to move forward. Yo, so this time he begged for promo. Enough said. Didn't want to own a comic from Britain, but you've got Judge Dredd. I mean, I can't mess with you, Flow Dog. They said he was dope, y'all couldn't weather a close call. I guess it was Doe's fault. Oh, you're the Sin City villain, I'm guessing it's so cause you are very big-headed but yellow with no balls. But since then, every dope sentence he spitting's a weapons edition. Throwing scimitars like ninja stars embedded in systems. His gun's so big, they put a dent in the building. But if anyone threatened to kill him, nah, threatened to hit him, nah, threatened to kiss him, he'd be singing all along the watchtowers. He's Hendrix and Dylan. Penning so many gun and knife bars that his desktop's in peril. But you don't have the Great Gatsby, you just write about it. F. Scott Fitzgerald. You told me to do research on him, because he's no longer a blank canvas. So I did research on him. Nope, still a blank canvas. Because you're anonymous, androgynous, no startling views. Even shaved your head like a grunt in the army would do. You're a smarmy recruit. I'm sergeant to you. Spit lines, you ain't fit to spit shine the marks off my boots, because you're either on some Donald Trump thing or a proper bumpkin. When me and my mates are bored, we hit the town centre or watch The Onion. When you and your mates are bored, you hit the town centre and watch an onion. But in his head, oh, he's a special agent from that effing state that's famed for orange, like he's Jamie Bond, maybe crossed with Davy Crockett. Well, if he thinks he's Agent Orange, treat him like his name would warrant, fly him over his fields and throw him out till he's spraying on it. And they say, I'm the type this faggot camel shoot, I will ambush you. Crossfire sniper shots, it's like I brought battalions through. He's screaming there must be a crowd of you. But on a level, it's just me, one dog in a mask like Crash Bandicoot. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to be as gangster as the tracks you do. Oh, it's imaginary gats you use. Hope Cap gave his chief dope armor. Round here, top boys get split in 4 parts. Hope you're ready for that T4 drama. But now you blaze beats, 60D. But can't make P with his steeds in his home country because they ain't feel thinkers, see? Tell them about your struggles, you get it ain't mean shit to me. So you may need Britain B. If you want to sell, see us. Because we gauge heat differently. Yo, but even on his songs, he rapping slow. Is that his swag and befuddled? Because he's just lacking the stamina in his abdomen muscles. Because he chats like he's clapping. If you strap, you're in trouble. You can't battle 4-4, then how you handle a couple. They said, what you gonna do with him? He's Cameron Buckles. I said, I'll punch him in his stomach until Cameron Buckles. Got the metal to leather him like I'm Cameron's Buckles. I'll take my belt off and whip him with it and give Cameron Buckles. You see that joke he was telling? You think that you're impressive at rapping? I'm different from you. I'll never sell myself out just to get a reaction. Yes! Don't flops martial law. Don't flops martial law, my flips are fire, don't have to pen shit. Yoshimitsu holding glowing ginsus that I'll slash your neck with. But if he strips me of my laser katana weapon, don't matter, brethren, because my hands are weapons like I'm Jack from Tekken. Yo. And shouts to YouTube. But the dudes that come events are why this league is big. Bitch, what? And it's true that I can't really see what the peeps in this shit want, but he's such a blind motherfucker that he'd have pissed me off. Yo, and I make preparation for battle. Day of the Jackal. You have the preparation of jackals on the day of the battle. And it may sound the same to an asshole, but the change in it's factual. And we help pay for your travel, so you'll get slain for a hassle. You may think it's 12 and a dozen, because his prey still gets mangled. But when you lose 12 and it doesn't change, you still handle your prey the same way, then you change from the jackal to be the exact same as the cattle. But I've been patiently waiting, ain't no tasty hair you can scavenge. Geek, listen, I'm Egyptian rangers waiting in shadows. Spray the brains of this mammal for acre stain in the sands. If he makes mistakes of the past or just strays in range of my ammo. And if you're wondering why I use personals to shut him down with, it's because I had the basic courtesy to find out who the fuck this clown is. Plus we paid for like half this. Just because you got 300 and battle daily, it doesn't make you a Spartan. Yo. And yeah, I tax this scheme like the IRS in his home, but forgiveness and gratitude ain't what I'm expected to show. Nah, I am ready to blow a slight misstep in your flow. So if he is like a Spartan, it's only because he would die defending that choke. And this goes to all you divas, you prissy little tards. You may think it isn't hard, but the least you could have done was to bring your sickest bars. So when the offers dry up, because you isn't spitting hard, I hope it hits you in the heart, and you finally realize how fucking privileged you are. This is going to be a tragic end to gasping, friend. Because in your battles, when you talk about guns, you come off a faggot then. Talking all the bullets at your ratchet end. If he got an assassin drip, it's a backsmacking Halo and he mashing X. Damn, I guess that's what they half expect. Other half of the fans depressed. I march to the beat of my own drum like a bad cadet. Slash his chest, put him in the frying pan, radish flesh. He tried take eye out. Well, I turned Master Chiefs into Master Chef. Yo, my bars are the heat seekers. Yo, my bars are my heat seekers. The shots will sneak from behind. Spark follow you everywhere. Ocarina of Time. Come on, we got gats now, put the crack down. Think if we spray lames. Must have developed a need for speed too, like EA Games. Or one of those effing old adventure mode, detective modes, if he point and click or he test and Chrome searches though for webisodes about men in clothes. Know how I know you're gay, you have sex with blokes. Yeah, you be mile high dickens. you be mile high dickin', guys pimping, Skyrimming, Elder Scrolls. Yeah, try sell your gun bars to people with those. Yo, try sell your gun bars to people with those. You'll be left immediately cold when their heaters explode and they scatter brains on your CD like the reason it's sold. Yo, I'm not of this day, not of this year, not of this age. It's back to basics that autonomous way. Wacky racist, send him off on his way, then put a log in his way. Make a career off the road like Colin McRae. And if he not in his grave, well, he in the hospital pay the doctors and maids to chop him fillet. Since he Colin McRae and he lied about being able to handle the chopper this way, he'll die because of the blade. Like his helicopter accident. He'd be better off if that was him. And the morgue he's like normal height because his legs are not attached to him. Out of your 2-on-2 team, you are less important. So why do you always try and take all of the credit for it? I mean, in your blog for him, you said you wrote 95% of it. I could believe you, because 95% was shit. But they say he wins it off performance. And that just kind of tells that this faggot's writing average, you just dramatise it well. See, first you robbed silver like your hand inside the well, then got killed by truth, which all the judges lacked deciding. Hell, yeah, you smashed the 2-on-2 because you had gas beside yourself, and when you lost because he was shit, he had gas beside himself. It's like that. It's like that fucking massive cycle because gas recital rang his final bell. You got killed off by your partner, wrote in half the time as well. Look at my matter battle, he's standing the chance of ice in hell until this faggot actually smashes a battle by himself. You must have lied quite convincingly. Shut up! To get him to team up, you must have lied quite convincingly. And he carried you through every fucking minor victory. So if you're trying to find the simile, I guess that means that they both had a lie ability. See, my every line's a symphony. You can't align us lyrically just because he made the change from major to minor instantly. This is rhyme with history. Fill your graves whole with ink. This gun-rapping punk can't get slain over this. Shit's like Beethoven's Fifth to some Beethoven shit, and you ain't even as Jehovah as Jay Toka is. You know that you're probably whack when you only ever do well in your hometown when everyone wants to react. You'll never stand out when you're only fucking copy and gasp, and this horrible twat's even sloppy at that. So I'll body this man. It's like the cyber vigilante group when they want to attack, you're an anonymous hack. Yo, in the run-up to the finals with him, you snuffed all of them. They say that you were holding your own, fuck all of them. Because even if you were, you're one step behind when it matters like Buzz Aldrin. And you're no different to the next or the last, so don't think his vibe is different. I've battled depths upon depths upon depths until my iron fist of Titans swinging where Poseidon's living, clashing tridents with them. Because if you had some depths B, how come you can't stand the pressure as soon as one gets deep? Yo, shit, I guess we're of different depths. That's a swimming water assassin versus singing lobster Sebastian. Yo, a Scottish male versus a Scottish male. Captain Nemo's harpoons versus Finding Nemo cartoons. Moby Dick versus Boaty Sinks. Cthulhu's pad versus Lulu's bath. Boats for nuclear war versus a soldier new to the core. That's a submarine versus submarine. Yo, shit, I just killed you, Depth. You underprepared clownfish in your home pond. What the fuck can you say now? And any other little fish can get dusted in their town. I put this goldfish in a bag because I won it on fair ground. Yo, you almost died last year. And you had a slight regression? Jeez. You'll be lying in there 6 foot deep by the time you're 33. Yo, I'm only like 5'11", B. You look tiny next to me. You're the only thing shorter than your life expectancy. Yo, I'm actually relieved I'm even standing here with you, because there's a serious disease that you contracted, which is true. Ain't you a rapper in a group? What's the matter with this dude? Became ill, got better, still hasn't managed to improve. Had doctors panicking, scrambling, had him abandoned in his room. Torched the sheets when his sores would leak. So couldn't make it to the second event of his horrid league. But you were present at a quarantine. Yo, any day they could walk in and find you bloated up with a swollen tongue. If you get old enough to know your son, I'm showing up on your 30th birthday while you at the fucking shows with him and slump you at the carousel with a motherfucking photon gun like Logan's Run. And they always turn to amputation, they don't know what cures. Fake arms, you'll need prosthetic limbs for both of yours. Trade bars, that's what you showed up for? Craig Charles, you'll need to send this red dwarf back to Robot Wars. So take your frail diseased body, go have a heart attack or something. Send this flamer back to his corner like Sergeant Bash was shunting. Look, don't flops growing. Think that'll be a decent job for you? They base interest off interest and you get really awful views. So pray your disease has a relapse and you're too weak to swallow food, because that's the only way that you'll ever be eating off the tube. Because you're a small, ugly, fat ginger with wasting disease. Fuck taking on me, that's Mother Nature in 3. So I ain't paying some G's to put Briggsy in a box. I'll just wait like a week till the make of his jeans take him for free. Listen up, you ginger cunt. You look like you could be Gimli's son. I shit you on. Trying to make that sick beard grow. No, it didn't come. But all the battle axes and warhammers you equip with dumb if you could lift them up. So them telling him he'd zip me up is like when he went to war with Balin to defend him like a big shield. Cause after mines, we won't hear any more of ya for thinking that myth real. Woo! Yo, but a dwarf lord's lesser son, I didn't know you were that wild pygmy. He was a mad child at 16, his diary looked like a mad child 16. Yo, cause you small, white ginger, very fat, let's take your memory back. Put him in a lab coat with specs that snap, tension black, and he Dexter off of Dexter's lab. I'm Dexter off of Dexter, man. You suck D's with DDs, I'm DD, fucking up every invention he's ever had. Hey yo, you got a crew? Send for that. Problem dude, not a hood, he's respected that. Any girl who get nubbed by you, extra fat. When it comes to sex, in fact, he'll take what he can get of that. So we'll start believing you've got men in black when you stop remembering every second you're ever flashed. Yo, so he G-checked Elsa's postcode, so the man's tough, right? Look, just because you're mates with High Rise don't mean you have done crime. Yeah, his fam tuck knives and his gang bust nines, but if Louis C.K.'s, it's because he's a stand-up guy. Look, yo, and don't think just because you're sort of big, you're brawny Briggs, it's all flab. The kick back from a 40 rip his scrawny limbs from off of him. I'm on some old school weaponry, fucking mafia, mobster tip. I've been running from what this Tommy spits like your sugar daddy shorty did. Yo, this retard called his album Gingerfication. Briggsy, what the fuck is gingerfication? I reached to track 2, title, Gingerfication. I'm like, what the, even, Gingerfication, the album's the only thing on earth that's as shit as its name is. Yo, and that's who you rolled through with, you knob? Damn, they drooling a lot. I bet when I put you in a box, they're like, oh, me no, knew and forgot. Yo, your whole fan base, yeah, those 5 bored school kids get gutless, you bang cans on stage like the musical Stomp. Look, I had a 16 written to say, fuck lab. But we got told we're getting cut in 90 seconds exactly. In fact, just trust me, he's a scumbag. Because you were sponsored by Rockstar, so when your lame team flopped the gig, it fucked up the first chance Battle has had of mainstream sponsorship. I mean, you made the Battle scene look like 12 gormless drunks in a northern pub, snorting drugs, and that had been ours idea for some months. Oh, you got excuses for that too. Don't bore me, bruv. To him, you'll always be that bitch who sniped Rockstar from under his nose. He's Courtney Love. And if they say I'm not top tier, shit's like Heaven's Gates, fam, because the entrance stays jammed full of yesterday's man. But give me a crowd of 500, I will entertain that until the day the middle tier wouldn't fuck the top tier up. Yeah, entertain that. I churn up perfectly polished 90-second rounds till the dawn's light. Minute rounds. Short time ain't gonna save you from a long night, because you awkwardly stumble through those rubbish bars you do not write, while every part of my 360s lands perfect. I'm Sean White. So Children of the Damned sent one of the Expendables to get me. I'm unleashed, fearless. Better Jet Li or get Jet Li'd into next week. Check the Netly, Net sees Let's Beef who the best be. They said me make this head leak and jet ski down the jet stream. You get me? You missed the days where you could say you were in Monsters Click. Because any music not with him has been proper shit. You be crying over the Polaroids of the flicks when you were boys with him, but you don't need to know where the pics are to miss Monsters Inc. Yo, because your wife looks like Sully. She had Keith Lemon boking. I don't even want to see her face when we get to boning. She let her box up to the letterbox where Lee getting stoned in. She getting nailed through the front door like Neil Lennon's postman. So I'll prove that I'm W. Get that W on the double, fam. Take his intelligence, double that. Mine's is double that. And that's a perk for the hardcore fans like Double Tap that are more calm and wise like the double act. So we can take this to a 4th round of battle with Freeze. Back on my arrogant steez. You're going to catch that double L like the rapper from Leeds. Ease. If Eliza said, I'll sponsor you guys and go commercial, what do you suppose he'd do? I quit my last job because I felt disrespected like what you're supposed to do. So if they think I'm close to do that, I just showed and proved I'll walk over principles. You let your principal walk over you. Yo, and your music's pretty decent, but you're exposed as a bum MC when you ain't backed by your busted beats made on glockenspiels and drum machines. I don't think Solar and his buddy Lee could fuck with me in a double team on this battleship. I fuck up anti-heroes every other week like the Justice League. Yo, you need actual anti-heroes with that cesspool rhythm. Put you in a dead pool unless Ed Pool has brought Deadpool with him. Yo, or Stephen Frisney released the beast within me because if these guys wanted war, play rogue like Anna Paquin, so I've got to morph into my proper form, see red and make it rain like Cyclops and Storm. And upon seeing his crew name, I thought we'd see this knob freeing, putting no effort in unless the benefits would extend to him. But if he stops leaving it late, it's because his stock's weakened because he's an anti-hero. So if he does right, it's for the wrong reasons. Yo. And battling me, kid, you need a better chance battling Jesus, judged by a panel of theists. Baptist that's preaching, a pastor that speaks hymns while you act like a heathen. You want to hang then I'll beat him. Man is deceasing when his Adam's apple and tree clench. How Adam and Eve him as the adder was being the mask of the demon. And if children of the damned want to vacate to stay safe, saying psalms and hymns at the dais where the brave pray, all of them kids dying in that church just like their namesakes. Lee Scott, a.k.a. Mr. Wrong, a.k.a. Earthworm Jim. Sorry. AKA Subservient. Also, AKA stands for also known as, which implies you were known as something in the first place. Other than some faggot with a death wish who ain't battled in a second unless he's battling depression caused by spending 10 plus in a game he ain't had tangible success in. Come on, man. Tangible success in. Other than becoming an anti-hero, linking your mate Solar and get dressed in spandex, solve crimes in Merc rap sets. Yo, I mean, come on, anti-hero, you ain't solving crimes when you're that slow. They rip your fucking head off and beat you with it like Al Snow. And your jugular too. Just keep bludgeoning you till your skull's embedded in your chest like your Punisher suit. Now they're like, come on, you know what, you need a stupid potato face. Anti-hero's a rat, right? Look at the state of it. Yo, shit we can bet, guaranteed your fam suffer. I'm talking can't afford anything forever, not even snacks, sucker. Turned us to 30 AD, the year before Jesus passed under. You want to eat, save your bread, or it'll be your last supper. Yo, and Lee Scott, you rap awful, fam. You're a see-through rapper like a Tupac hologram. Yo, I took this battle because I haven't had one at a Scottish event in ages. And the vibes are infectious, ain't it? And my one with depth was greatness. But you've been way too cocky, and it's tested patience, so I'm taking your battle down, like Eddie Vegas. Yo, and that 2-on-2 is ill even though you got bodied in it. I'm just presuming you lost from the comments I didn't watch your lyrics. So if heads are expecting, remember he said this, it won't happen, I skipped your verses, like everyone else did. Just shout money, and get dick rolled by a crew full of infants, stooges and dipshits thinking you're the truth with your lyrics. Just stop fishing for reaction, it ain't nuclear physics. I said, stop fishing for reactions that ain't nuclear physics. So I'll make you take your veins, drum and bass round here. How you gonna rap? Ain't no drum and bass round here. Just your gay sex and mum jokes spreading like a playground here till it's like a fucking playground here. Yo, and how are the bass invaders gonna make it paper when you only making paper playing to wasted ravers? After events, should have seen how well Stephen and Ed done. I can't believe it, I'm speechless, but pleased that they stepped up. But while my performances age well, Meryl Streep with the pen, son, footage drops, and you sucked. Bad, like Talisa from Enzo.
Yo, when Eddie P makes Professor Green sound like Heavy D.
And his pen game makes LNC sound like Chester P.
I'll bring the weaponry to Eddie P.
Those 10th Prestige M16.
Because he looks like he's 70.
Sounds like he's 17.
And writes like he's 7 big.
You never be a threat to me. Your mum jokes are extra weak. Mine's are on some fucking next level, Steve. You say shit like, your ma lick cocks, you like the smell of cheese. I say shit like your ma lick cocks like Memphis Bleak.
Let's play, make some noise for that fucking Yeah, can people chill the fuck out?
Yo.
Please.
I really want to uppercut these motherfuckers.
God, don't do that soon.
Why, who are they?
The Chuckle Brothers. God, how do you notice that at all?
Oh yeah, shit, because there's Barry and there's Paul.
Yeah.
Now, wait. The famous Chuckle Brothers line is to me.
To you.
To me.
To you.
But in this case, I guess that really isn't true. Because that would mean it was a team effort. When in reality, in every 2-on-2 of these that I've viewed, I've always seen this whack faggot constantly carrying you.
So how the fuck are you gonna make it through a rap event? You can't even carry a fucking ladder yet.
Time.
Yo. That dude with no teeth? Who's that clown? Probably heard the shit you rap now, hanging in the background.
This shit ain't fair. Feel underprepared like a twat.
How?
Because I'm the only one on stage who hasn't said bars to a bad mouth.
Oh.
Yo, now, Dex, I came all the way to Scotland for you to put me and Soul to the test. But if I'm honest, you show a lack of respect. Because you could have given us yourselves some depths, shit maybe even definition and jet. But instead, they've given us Aragorn and Gimli after crack and meth. I am not impressed. Wait. You both like mum jokes, right? Well, fine. Your mum is a butter sket. If you mention food around that fat bitch, she heavily starts to sweat and instantly gets wet. Plus, as a kid, your dad would forcibly bum you until you'd bust your kecks, and if you heard your dad coming up the stairs at night, you would wet the bed.
Yo. So is it mum joke time?
Nah.
Nah, it's gun joke time.
Let's go.
Ain't a game when I bring that tech in. Now that shit really depressed me. Because it's simplistic as fuck.
But when you said that, they were impressed, B.
Well, I'll impose martial law on Steve Fully Lay, leaned off the bevy out Jack Gin from your king and then Panda Nina to Eddie. Yo, borrow you have a gun, never ever squeeze the lead, but you ain't fuck my mother either, friend. Guess that makes us even then. Because your whole style is just lies. Your whole style is just lies. What more can we say? Turn this to Eddie P and Frisco Memorial Day. It's your death when I shatter your self-image. Dorian Gray.
Yo, when this ain't even their Memorial Day. So they're too whack for that. Because if we ain't already bodied these fucking twats, I'd dig them back up and give them a happy slap. And to be honest, when it comes to you two, I actually don't know what's worse. The fact you're so cocky, can't rap, or how you think it's acceptable to squeeze constant mum jokes into a verse. Because watching your battles, he's never ever shown any rapping ability. And when it comes to your performances, faggots, he's a lacking consistency. So either get with the fucking times, or just change your fucking lines, because we're all sick to death of hearing those played out fucking mum joke lines. Time!
You're like a lexicon of languages, cousin. You did what I do. Pick the one to increase my chances of fucking. One that just sounds romantic or something. That's right, ladies. The global language of loving. Classical Russian. Yo, unfortunately, he's still a comic book nerd. Aw, just a big geek. Who's gonna try and switch steeds to clever stuff and try and outwit me? Bitch, I don't know if you've been gone for 6 months or 6 weeks. It's like your X-Men comics. This mutant's trying to alter his image because no one Mystique. Woo! Yo, what the fuck? How are we saying eat could be respectable? Looking like an ugly or awkward but equally as terrible. And any national pride that you have is absurd because the Russians do everything the British do, but the Russians do it much worse. It's like you both had empires, but the English better at winning, the Scottish better at fighting, and Irish better at drinking. It's like nah, I'll slam vodka till bars close. Pour a pint of 1849, I promise his heart froze. You watch him start getting sloppy and boxing like Bartone, he get knocked on his arse cold, and we watch Guinness play the Russian like Dr. Zhivago. But I heard about Manchester, most people better drinkers than dude. He gets pissed off the booze, starts pissing off crews till he's physically shook. That's why we know we'll never see him sipping on goose whipping the coop. He has to avoid the life of Riley. Because he's gonna beat the fucking shit out of you. Real talk, for being a pretentious prick. Bunch of dude was fit to scrap. I ain't saying that I'm big and bad, but if it's that, I'm swinging back. He was like, we're gonna have a problem. You're the biggest prat in this flat. Know what he said? Come on. But do you have any evidence to back that up? Man, how middle class is this? Should have stopped you already, your whole mind state feeble. But since he wants backed up by evidence, you can watch him dilate, people. But if you want to
chilling, you're choosing to bitch around me. I'm not that white Russian back like the dude from the Big Lebowski. Look, yo, it's a big look. Too much pressure to do dope in this battle, so I'll give him the only type of shot that he knows how to handle. Watch, there's gonna be a breeze, he a sidekick to a fucking clone. Him in London's gin, outside gets absolute Sundan owned. After shock, he gets sours to the famous grouse that he wasn't home, cause the Russian standard drops out his southern comfort zone. Yo, ain't a dude in this league who's gayer than Francis. Shit, he's the only dude in this league who's gayer than Francis. No more of this, start the setup, get to the punchline, a day later, every 4 bars it's a haymaker like check. He's gonna say I don't make music, so it's pointless spraying these rhymes. But you spend days at a time making songs people ain't even like, and do this to promote them as a way to get shine? Hands up if you've heard an Eat track. No, not all at once. So who's really wasting their time? And if you say it for the cash, you see, you're a faggot. You shot that crap for free because no one would grab his steez if it had the fee. What track release? Might as well hand out free blank CDs for the amount of times it's actually taken out of its plastic sleeve. At rapping me, the man just screams, I ain't shook of these beginners. So it's ridiculous as you calling out lunacy on Twitter. I mean, Earth thought you were trolling, dude. All the fans were so confused because half don't know of you and those that do just think he's hopeless too. So, because Lunar has a load of views, a following that downloads his tunes, he won that battle before he even spoke to dude. It's funny how that bloke's the moon and his buzz walked over you. Yo, but skill-wise you're the same. No lie, it's a symmetry. Apart from like his flow, drive, imagery, profile, ability, joke, style, and delivery. And you beg in that battle in the hopes you're someone he may kill. That's pretty grim, brother, if you think Jake will. Pause. But Lunar C fans think that he's a god, not a rapper. They'll ride for him, die for him. Now you've gotten them angered. He think he'd back in the Soviet Union when he walking through Bradford get flagged. All that acting sick'll get him crossed with the hammer. Yo, and listen guy, I'm about to kill him, right? Kill all his fans because they actually dig his shite. Rip all of his feedback away like when they fixed the mics. Yo, this ain't good promo for you, even if they think what you said's vicious. Cause your music will never be a hit with the crowd. Flex digits. Yo, your music's like Tron, not cause you're in the game or it's well written. It's cause no one real backs your disc and that gap's something that Jeff Bridges. Bro, ruin his life in 4 bars, he just takes a piss, sonny. You ain't even saying funny things, you're just saying things funny. You're only born because that Navy dude raped his bitch mummy. He a product of a worse love story than Taylor Swift's money. Because your mother was a runaway, your daddy is a sailor, bro. She practiced her fellatio and the captain of the Navy boat. Had her sniffing yeah, her nose was crammed with stiff and stained with coat, no strings attached to her bridge collapsed like a jazz musician's bass was broke. Yo, that Russian on the rocks, you can catch her sniffing, you can catch her giving brave for dough. Ashy in her waist exposed, lathered up in shaving foam, looking like Bo Rat, they don't rap. The Kazakhstani racist bloke in that little green number like a fragment from the Matrix Code. Yo, she got grey sunken eyes because she stays working nights and just plays now you're gone because she a bass hunter, right? No, fuck this, I'm better than that. If Don't Flop hadn't blown up, you never would rap. If the crowd went back to being those set up to clash in 10 other cats, he'd flaking like his eczema's back. Motherfucker, I've been gunning since the days the UK Hip Hop Forum said this was something we disgrace. You're just here to reap the rewards and cutting on the praise. He's like an old school gangster out of London in a way, because he ain't hard at all, he's just running with the craze. C-fag, you're a D-bag. Exemplify everything that make the scene bad. Set up for weak laughs from teen chavs and cheap slags. And that's cool, but if it's all we do, you're gonna see the appeal flag take the swear word out and turn D-fad into D-fad. Yeah, Don't Flop all fucking day. Pretty cool in the summer night, back and they back cause I'm cooking up supper in nuclear bunkers. Yeah, I'll totally etch-a-sketch them. You the alien, right? Cause you're known for rejecting Venom, should know that I'd second guess them. Your life's like the film and it's over cause Jed directing, but after I give the alien 3, there won't be a resurrection. Yo, I'm crazier than crazy glue. Mad like mad people. Mark Grist, he middle class, like middle class people. So his least favourite album is obviously Common, bro. Loves I Love College though, and Watch the Throne is on his phone. Boy! Yo, and Watch the Throne is on his phone. His least favourite, Watch the Throne is on his phone. Yo.
Let's go! Tell him so, man. Let's go, so, man.
On his phone.
Relax.
Yo. On his phone. The Black Album?
Yep.
Not as though. If you don't want to mix black with white, then stop eating Dominoes. But no one had him as confused as Kanye did. They didn't like college dropout or late registration, but rates graduation. I mean, your parents named you Mark. They worship bad people. Weren't named after Twain, though your words are mad emo. Named as faggot after David Chapman, so he'd learn to clap Beatles and put a bullet in the head of a working class hero. Yo, but he'll rebuttal that, like, that's something I never would think. I mean, if we didn't have people like you know, who would empty the bins? But you're a spoiled bitch, lives life on the edge and wants to see the grotty streets of shock will leave you cotton feeble when you get beaten to a pulp for trying to live like common people. Boy! Yo, go teach class, wanna be your weak raps under me, tell C.S. Lewis to take deep breaths through it. You slum it with us, then go back to antique glass cutlery, and your cheap mates talk about our cheap, crass, rugged speech. Bring your weak-ass chums to me. I take the Battlefield 2 fans. You're like Battlefield 2 fans because you keep bad company. You look at this battle shit like the whole seems intangible. Like you're studying us for an essay, like we low-key Neanderthals. Like, well, they show signs of primitive intelligence, though being affable, exhibit crime, aggressive behavior, and low being affable. You treat us like some day trip to the zoo, taking notes, being casual, in enclosures with the lightweights who won't really damage you. Now he fell in the lion's pit. Bet we don't seem as laughable when I send him back with a missing eye, no teeth or mandible, and a sign around his neck that says, "Don't feed the animals!" Lad quoting, mad poem, raps flowing, or some sad broken dad moaning, half-spoken man poems. Let's go. Yo, he was calling me a nerd. That's why I'll body you in seconds. Because I know all the moves from Tekken with the Onimusha weapon. That 10th prestige M16, yo, that 10th prestige M16, chop them into sections, never get caught. Hide the body under my comic book collection. Let's go. Yo, hide the body under my comic book collection. This man always wears suits. Among the portions man admired. I met you once. Now you look soppy, sadder, shyer, sloppy, fat, and tired. Tell him you don't need to change just because you have a tire, but you do need to change just because you have a tire. But you don't need a monkey wrench, just a jumper sweats, tons of meth, go run the rest of London's length, or try this, eat muffins less. Yo, you have lunch in bed, call it brunch instead. You've taken all of the cakes in. Crayfish, lobster sauteed in, raisins, olives and bacon. I stare in awe and amazement, you scrape it off of the trays till he's sweating school dinners. Jamie Oliver's agent! I mean, you project your image like you're on some mad, clean, fresh shit. You were last seen sweating in the canteen, breathless. Take away the suit that this man's been dressed in, add a string vest and a beard, and it's Robsy Nesbitt. I mean, I don't like you, so I'm gonna... Yo, I don't like you, so I'm getting drunk with this colossal whale of a man. Double dare him to go on a holiday to Japan. I mean, we didn't even book this fucking venue for the stage. Just thought it'd be nice for you to see Underbelly for a change. Views. But I live in this country. Never heard of Dude's Crew before YouTube. People say I got emo hair. That's too true. So how's this? I make the cut at the fringe the second you do. These are lessons you can use for another day, clown. He's like, how's this going to help me? I'm in love with fame now. Yo, you want this to go viral? There's another way how. Title it Teacher Battle Student, but the other way round. Some high-smoking, lie-quoting, mad-potent raps flowing, or some sad, broken, dad-moaning, half-spoken man poem. You know what rhymes with I think he body blizzard bad? Opinion of the middle class. I mean, all I seem to hear is that Blizzard needed improvement. Let's talk about that battle. He thinks it's neat. Are you stupid? 2 million people have viewed it. A kid who could be your student acting more akin to an English teacher than you did. Yo, I mean, you knew he was better. That the wordplay and imagery he dropped was greater. You resorted to cheap mum jokes, just packaged up in some posh behaviour. It's like you were teaching maths instead, because this faker equalised that fraction difference using the lowest common denominator. Yo, you do English horribly. Trigonometry juice where the bloke finds his talent, but with your angles, that's not a sign that we co-sign your tangents. Yo, the style that you picked, to be fair, ruined himself. It's a fad and a gimmick. Prepare, dude, for the shelf. Compare views, but you'll never get a fair look at the belt. So if hipster thinks you're number one, it's because the square rooted himself. Yo, but if I'm honest, you at least acted determined then. Oh, you took another battle with Mixie. Guess it's curtains then. He does bad in battles because he making music is the worst defense. Tell him if he's smart, phone it in and give bad service less, or his lack of application is going to force you to have words with friends.
Fucking hell.
Force you to have words with friends. See, they're dead poets. They do battles to expand on their fan bases. Get 2 million views, drop 1 live CD. Well, that's that wasted. It's like you got a vasectomy, then found out it's Mixie you're mad gay with. This operation's pointless if you don't give a fuck when you're castrated. Yo, so I'm campaigning like Matt Damon, cut throat like Max Payne and Pat Bateman. He wants the middle class way of translating. You skip the 7 circles through Dante and with rap Satan. It's about to get hard for teacher than Van Halen. There's a rapper in our league called Freddy Krueger. In our league he's the best, see? Yeah. In our league he's the best, see? Among other rappers, dead poets ain't perceived as some MCs. You pass the torch like the Olympics.
Yo, repeat that.
Yeah.
The bit about Freddy Krueger especially.
Yo, there's a bit about Freddy Krueger. And yo, in our league he's the best, see?
Fuck Krueger.
Yo, in our league he's the best, see? Among other rappers, dead poets ain't perceived as some MCs. You pass the torch like the Olympics, video screening a memory, we'd let Freddie murk your ego, now you're a queen with a Jessie. I said, you pass the torch like the Olympics, video screening a memory, we let Freddie Mercury go, now you're a queen with a Jessie. Yo, so what you want, some hash smoking lad quoting mad potent raps flowing, some sad broken dad moaning half spoken man poems, I'm joking.